Hi. I think it's been about 4 months since I've actually made a YouTube video, which is just wild. But anyways, if you're new here, my name is Kaylee and welcome to my channel, Holistic Health Love, where I like to post living a healthy lifestyle, self-development and self-love, all that kind of stuff. I love to cook and share recipes. I've been pretty MIA the last few months and I wanted to give just like a quick update video talking about why and talking a little bit about dealing with change and like mental resistance. I apologize if you can hear my air conditioning. It's really hot out today. And I wanted to film in my car just for something different. Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update of like what's been going on, where I've been, why I haven't been posting. And it's because I found out I was pregnant. Well, that's not the only reason why. So, I mean, there's a few reasons. I kind of already decided to take a little bit of a step back over the summer. Summer is like my favorite time of year. I usually like to unplug a little bit, not be on my phone very much or like on the computer or in front of the TV. Like, it's beautiful outside. Summer's short in Canada where I live, and I just want to be outside enjoying it. I don't really want to be like making videos. I took June and then like the beginning of July, I had kind of planned to take like 3 or 4 weeks just like off completely. I went back home to British Columbia and had the best solo vacation for like 2.5 weeks. I just like went paddleboarding every day. I went camping by myself. Just enjoyed being in nature and being on the water, being with my family. Got to spend some time with 2 of my best girlfriends, and yeah, it was just amazing. And while I was there, I started experiencing some symptoms of pregnancy, which I was not aware of at the time that I was pregnant. I thought it was like, I don't know, just hormonal, just like my period being out of whack, which my period's always been quite irregular. Like, I don't have like a typical 28 or like 30-day cycle. Like, my cycle will often be like 40 something days. So I wasn't too worried, but I was tired. I was going to bed early every night and I was just like, like I just must be so relaxed, you know, just being outside all day. I thought that's why I was tired. And my boobs hurt really bad. Like, my boobs and my nipples were very, very sensitive. I'm sorry if that's TMI for some people, but it's perfectly normal. And I was just like, oh, like my period must be coming any day now, right? Anyways, I got home and still hadn't got my period, and I don't know, I kind of had this feeling deep down like the whole time, but I was just in denial pretty much. And yeah, I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. I'm gonna be really vulnerable and real on here because I feel like a lot of women don't talk about this, but I was not immediately excited. Like, I felt so many different emotions. I mean, mainly shock, but also my whole plans for the next year or 2 that I had flashed before my eyes. My life flashed before my eyes. It's so dramatic, but no, like seriously, my mind just instantly like went chaotic, and I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I can't do this, I can't do that, and it just like instantly I just felt panic and overwhelm. Part of me was happy, don't get me wrong, like it wasn't like I wasn't at all happy, but I was mainly upset, to be honest. And then because I felt upset and I wasn't super happy and excited, I felt guilty and I felt sad that I wasn't happy and excited. And it was just, yeah, like a whirlwind of emotions. And I think that that's probably common for a lot of women, and it's not really like shown or talked about much. We weren't being careful. Like, I always knew it was a possibility and we were prepared that it was a possibility. We weren't actively trying and hadn't been really careful for a long time, and nothing had happened. So I thought I might even have trouble getting pregnant, and apparently not. I had always fantasized and envisioned myself being like trying to get pregnant and being super excited to get pregnant, and I wasn't initially. And then even like for weeks after, and honestly even now, I'm 16 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and even now, like, there are days where I'm still processing and still grieving a little bit. And I wanted to share this on here just in case any of you can relate to this, and not even like pregnancy, but just any like big life change that can kind of cause like mixed emotions or cause mental resistance. So what I mean by mental resistance is exactly that, like resisting what is happening. So even though I knew I was pregnant, like I'm pregnant, this is happening, and I'm a firm believer that like what's meant to happen happens, and it wouldn't be if it wasn't meant to be. But even despite knowing that deep down and believing that deep down, my mind was resisting it so much. And my mind's resistance showed up as fear, as like the panic, the overwhelm, the grief, and the sadness, like all of those negative emotions, we call them. They're not really negative though, because they are just emotions and they're okay to have. And I allowed myself to have them, even though there was some guilt, like I said, but that's okay. And I think it's really important when dealing with a loss of any kind or a big change of any kind to let ourselves feel all of the emotions. And even if there's guilt around feeling those emotions, reminding ourselves like, it's okay, I am allowed to feel this way, I deserve to feel this way, I'm going to let myself be sad, I'm going to let myself grieve, I'm going to give myself this time to process. And even though there might be mental resistance to it, I think that's pretty normal as a human as well, right? Like, life can shake us up when we least expect it, and you know, that's just part of it. The only constant in life is change, and as much as our mind resists it, like, it's inevitable. And often those big kind of scary changes often lead to so much joy and like fulfillment, and I know this change will. But like I was saying, there's still days where I grieve and I feel sad. I know that this is such a gift and such a blessing, and I am extremely grateful. A bunch of my neighbors like right next door just came out and I got stage fright. So took a quick pause. But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, it's so important to recognize and have self-awareness of our thoughts that are going on in our minds, and just watch them, know that like it's okay for our minds to resist. We don't have to believe it, and allow ourselves to feel the feelings, but don't stay in them, don't believe them, don't dwell in them. Just let them come and let them go, and they might come and go often. I still have days where I just allow myself to like grieve a little bit the plans that I had, right? It's so funny, we think that we can like plan life. I used to be quite a bit of a planner. I'd always try to plan things, and I've really had to let that go over the years, because I've learned that we can think that we can plan, but life never really goes the way we plan. We only have so much control. So it's just really funny. And another thing I want to mention quick that in hindsight is really cool to look back on, the universe was like clearly telling me I was gonna get pregnant for like the last year, maybe even 2 years. I was resisting it, and I was not open to receiving these signs from the universe, but there were a ton of signs. I just felt like everyone was getting pregnant. Even like people I watch on YouTube and like Instagram, like everyone was getting pregnant and like having babies in the last year. Every single one that I watched got pregnant, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, what a coincidence. Like, I felt more drawn to pregnancy and babies and learning about it all. I felt like my conversations with people, like babies and having babies and all that kind of stuff, was always coming up in conversation, whether initiated by me or the other person. And I don't know, it was just, the universe was literally screaming at me this last year that like, this is coming for you. I don't know, maybe I subconsciously manifested it, but now it's like looking back and like, I really shouldn't have been that surprised. It's just funny. So please try and be aware and open to the signs that the universe is giving you, because it tells us and it communicates with us. This is what you're manifesting, or this is what's coming. It's been hard. My mind has definitely, my ego is like, okay, we need to get back to all the stuff that like old Kaylee used to do. But I'm not old Kaylee anymore. Like, this has been such a transformative period. I've had to do soul searching. I've had to feel the feelings, and this is one of the most powerful ways we can show ourselves love, is to just hold space despite our mind telling us, you need to do this, you need to do that. Saying, no, I'm holding space for myself right now to feel and to process and to grieve and to whatever, let go of the old and welcome in the new. And it was this adjustment period where I gave myself that. I was like, I'm going to hold space for myself right now, and that's enough. Making content, house stuff, friends, like all of my goals that I had, that's all gonna be there when I'm ready to go back to it. And there's no rush. I need to just love myself and honor my needs right now. And it's really a beautiful way to love yourself. And it's helped a lot, helped me process things better. And majority of the time I am so full of joy and love, and I'm so excited. It's weird. It's like, once you get pregnant, I've also kind of felt like nothing else really matters anymore. I'm like, who cares about my goals? Like, I'm having a baby. I just feel like just hanging out and being pregnant's good enough. I don't need to do anything else. I'm already being super productive. I'm making a human, which is true, but there is a part of me that's really missed connecting with people online, making content and sharing, and so I kind of want to start getting back into it. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this video. I'm sorry if it was quite chatty. I plan on going back to my regular content, talking about health and wellness and, you know, lifestyle stuff, sharing some fun food videos over the next little while. I hope that this video is helpful for someone. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment or go on my Instagram and send me a DM. I'm really grateful for those of you that are subscribed and like my videos and watch my videos. I'm excited to keep creating. There will probably be a little bit of pregnancy content too, because like I said, that's just kind of what I'm consumed with right now, and it's a really exciting chapter of life, so I want to embrace it and enjoy it, and fun to share that kind of stuff on here too. Anyways, I am sending you so much love. I hope that you're doing well, and we will see you in the next video.